Have you ever wondered how a simple plastic brick became a global empire? It's a story that starts not with a grand vision, but with a devastating fire and the carpenter's sheer will to survive. This is the untold story of Lego. Our journey begins in 1916, in the small town of Billund, Denmark. A young carpenter named Ole Kirk Christensen opens a small workshop. For years, he builds furniture, houses, and whatever the local community needs. He's a skilled craftsman, respected for his work. But in 1924, disaster strikes. A fire, accidentally started by his young sons, burns his workshop and his home to the ground. It's a crushing blow. Many would have given up, but Ole Kirk, with a family to support, rebuilds. He constructs an even larger workshop, a sign of his unyielding optimism. But then, the Great Depression hits Europe. Business dries up. People can't afford custom furniture anymore. Ole Kirk is on the brink of bankruptcy, forced to let go of his last apprentice. It's in this moment of desperation that the seed of Lego is planted. To make ends meet and use his leftover wood, Ole starts making small wooden toys. Yo-yos, piggy banks, and little pull-along animals. They aren't big money makers, but they keep his family fed. He pours the same level of craftsmanship into these toys as he did his fine furniture. His motto was Det bedste er for godt, which means only the best is good enough. This wasn't just a catchy phrase. It was his core belief. There's a famous story about his son, Godfred, who proudly told his father he'd saved the company money by only applying 2 coats of varnish to a batch of wooden ducks instead of the usual 3. Ole Kirk wasn't pleased. He made his son stay up all night, unbox every single duck, apply the 3rd coat of varnish, and repackage them. The lesson was clear. Quality is non-negotiable. This commitment to quality would define the company. As the years went on, Ole's toy business slowly grew. He named his company Lego, a clever combination of 2 Danish words, leg godt, which means play well. It was a perfect name, capturing the very essence of his new mission. He had no idea that in Latin, Lego also means I put together, a happy coincidence that would become incredibly fitting. The real turning point came after World War II. In 1947, Ole Kirk attended a trade fair in Copenhagen. There, he saw something that would change everything, a plastic molding machine. At the time, plastic was a new, exciting, and somewhat controversial material. Many traditional toy makers shunned it, preferring the classic feel of wood. But Ole saw potential. He bought the machine, a huge financial risk for his small company. With it came some samples of what it could make, including a small, interlocking plastic cube created by a British company called Kiddicraft. These were the self-locking building bricks. While the concept wasn't originally his, Ole Kirk saw a way to improve it. He and his son Godfred refined the design, tweaking the dimensions and materials. Their early plastic bricks were hollow underneath, meaning they could stick together. But they didn't have that satisfying, strong clutch power we know today. You could build a tower, but it would be wobbly and easily fall apart. For years, they sold these alongside their popular wooden toys. The plastic bricks were a tough sell. Retailers were skeptical, and customers didn't quite know what to make of them. Then, tragedy struck again. In 1951, Ole suffered a stroke, but he recovered and continued to work. In 1954, his son Godfred was on a ferry to England, talking with a purchasing agent. The agent complained that the toy industry was a mess. There was no system, no cohesion. Toys were just one-off items that kids played with and then forgot. A light bulb went off in Godfred's head. He realized what Lego needed wasn't just a toy, but a system of play. The bricks weren't just individual items. They were part of a larger, interconnected universe of creativity. The possibilities were endless. This system of play became Godfred's obsession. He knew the current brick design wasn't good enough. It lacked the clutch power needed for stable, ambitious creations, so he went back to the drawing board. After countless experiments and prototypes, in 1958, the Lego team had their breakthrough. They added the now iconic tubes to the underside of the brick. This simple but ingenious innovation created the perfect clutch power. The bricks now snapped together firmly, yet could still be taken apart by a child. This was the birth of the Lego brick as we know it today. It was patented on January 28, 1958, a date now celebrated by Lego fans worldwide. Tragically, old Kurt Christensen passed away later that same year, just months after seeing his family's invention perfected. He never got to witness the global phenomenon his small carpentry shop would become. Godford took over the company, fully committed to his father's vision of quality and his own vision of a system of play. But the company's trials were not over. In 1960, another fire, the third major one in the company's history, destroyed almost the entire stock of Lego's wooden toys. Faced with another decision to rebuild, Godford made a bold choice. They would stop making wooden toys altogether and focus entirely on the plastic brick. It was a massive gamble, but it paid off. From that point on, Lego's growth was explosive. In 1963, they switched the material to a more stable ABS plastic, the same type used today, ensuring that a brick made in 1963 would still fit perfectly with a brick made today. This is a core part of their system, total compatibility. In 1964, the first instruction manuals were included in sets, guiding children, but also inspiring them to build beyond the model on the box. In 1968, the Legoland Park opened in Billund, a testament to the power of the brick, built from millions of Lego pieces. And in 1978, a small but revolutionary figure was introduced, the Lego minifigure. With its smiling face and movable arms and legs, it brought a new dimension of storytelling and role-playing to the Lego universe. Suddenly, kids weren't just building structures. They were building worlds inhabited by characters. But even giants can stumble. By the late 1990s and early 2000s, Lego was in deep trouble. The company had over-diversified, branching out into video games, clothing, and to many complex new themes that strayed from their core product. They were losing touch with what made them special. The rise of digital entertainment also posed a huge threat. In 2003, the company was on the verge of bankruptcy, a scenario eerily reminiscent of its early days. They needed to go back to basics. Under the leadership of a new CEO, Jürgen Vig Knudstorp, Lego underwent a radical transformation. They sold off the theme parks, streamlined their product lines, and refocused on the core building experience. They started listening to their fans, even embracing the adult fans of Lego, or AFOL community, who were pushing the boundaries of what could be built. They also made a brilliant move by licensing huge franchises like Star Wars and Harry Potter. This brought iconic characters and vehicles into the Lego world, creating a perfect marriage of beloved stories and creative building. The Lego Star Wars line, launched in 1999, was a runaway success that proved to be a lifeline for the company. Today, Lego is more than just a toy company. It's a cultural force. It has spawned blockbuster movies, hit TV shows, and video games that are beloved by millions. It's used in classrooms to teach engineering and in corporate boardrooms to foster creativity. It has transcended language and culture, becoming a universal language of play. And it all started with a carpenter who refused to give up, who believed that only the best was good enough, and who, through fire and hardship, laid the foundation for a legacy built one brick at a time. The story of Lego isn't just about plastic bricks. It's a story of resilience, innovation, and the enduring power of imagination. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this journey into the world of Lego, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Savvy Savers, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next story. See you next time.